Welcome back to another new episode of Action Video Game Talk, where once again I share video game news and opinions. My opinions on it. Who am I? I'm Scott Action Jackson, and I'm your host. So, let's go and hop into the first news article. Now, this first news article... Actually, I should scratch it. This news article is going to be a bit sad for some people. It is finally official. Microsoft will stop manufacturing new Xbox 360 consoles. A quote from Phil Spencer says, Xbox 360 means a lot to everyone in Microsoft. And while we've had an amazing run, the realities of manufacturing a product over a decade old are starting to creep up on us, which is why we have made the decision to stop manufacturing new Xbox 360 consoles. Now, I know for a long while there's been rumors and talks about the online services for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 actually stopping, grinding to a halt. Like this year, like later this year, maybe into next year. For a long while where I work at GameStop, we haven't really seen any new Xbox 360 systems in a long while. Maybe around late last year. Because most cases we usually end up getting refurbished original first models of 360 to sell. Now, I know I remember seeing some new 360 systems, more or less the E model, the one that looks similar to the Xbox One, for sale at Walmart. Now, I'm sure Walmart and probably some other big stores like Best Buy, like Walmart, and probably some other major stores around the area might still be carrying around some of these new Xbox 360s bundles that they had at the time. But I know where I work, we don't. But this news article right here adds to the fact that they are starting to wind down on the 360 products. The systems, maybe the games eventually, because they will be probably popping out some of the sports games and maybe some of the family-friendly games, because as far as I know, I think the NBA 2K17 is coming out for 360, and I know the new Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is coming out. So they might still be making a few more games for 360, but yeah, the 360 itself is probably ticking down until it's officially done. So for those people who have Street Fighter V and getting a bit fatigued and wondering when the heck you're going to be able to play some new characters and get some of the first DLC stuff for those who have the Season Pass, well, there's some good news. I know today when I was on Street Fighter V, there was a free character to play as. It was Alex, who played kind of like a wrestler type. Now, I don't remember this Alex from the Street Fighter franchise, because I've played some of the older ones, some of the original ones, like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter... Oh god, how many Street Fighter 2s did it take for them to get 3? I forgot. But the latest news is that Guile is finally coming to Street Fighter V. He's going to be coming this month. And I don't know how... Now, the company says that the delay of the Zenny shop, which is how you can buy the additional stuff in the game, I guess you had to purchase, like, probably whip out your credit card or some other stuff and maybe buy some PlayStation currency along with some Xbox currency probably to buy some of this stuff, but it has led to the release of the real American hero, Colonel Guile, for free for a limited time. Now, when they say limited, I don't know if it really is going to be limited or not. But they also say that the first DLC stage brings us back to the Air Force Base. Yes, the Air Force Base, when you were playing as Guile or against Guile, probably both, in like the Street Fighter 2 games. You're going to be able to go back to that Air Force Base in Street Fighter 5. Now, for people who have the Season Pass, the Air Force Base stage, the DLC of it, is going to be for free. Now, when the Zenny shop is going to be up, it's going to be available on there too for like I think they wrote down 70,000 fight money, FM, when the shop launches, which might still be a while. Now, for me, I'm glad that they're finally releasing Guile, because there's like I think there's like a handful of old Street Fighter fighters, World Warriors, if you will, that was missing from the roster that they have for this. I would be glad if they start throwing in some more, or actually announcing more characters that's going to be available. But man, playing the Air Force Base with Guile, man, that's going to be like some old school stuff right there. I wonder if they still got the barrels that you can knock your opponent through as well. So many WoW players know that they did announce the next expansion called Legion. One thing that hasn't quite been released until recently is the release. So we kind of know now that it is coming out August 30th. Along with the release, you're also going to have access to a new Demon Hunter class prior to the release. This is supposed to be for anyone who pre-orders, so you're going to have access to it somehow. I'm guessing it's either going to be probably through the Blizzard's website, or maybe a code that'll print out when you pre-order it at a store. But also for pre-ordering, it gives you a chance to boost up one character to level 100. That's going to be awfully handy. Especially, I think right now, before this game launches, I don't even think level 100 is even possible yet. I think you need the expansion to get it up to 100, but right now, yeah. Right now we got the date. We know that characters can level up to 100. There's going to be a Demon Hunter class, so there's a lot of stuff for WoW players, for Blizzard fans. So, yeah, if you don't have your pre-order in for the expansion, you might want to go ahead and do it, because actually, I don't know if you probably should or not. I mean, knowing Blizzard and some other places, they might have like deals later on for this expansion, or maybe a bundle later on. Because I know in the past, they did quite a few bundles with a lot of the games, with a lot of the expansions in with the base game. So, I would guess that maybe at some point Blizzard might try to do maybe a complete World of Warcraft edition with all the expansions. But who knows? They might announce that prior to whenever they decide to announce World of Warcraft 2 or something like that. So that does it for this, I guess, short edition of Action Video Game Talk. Once in a while, I will be trying to record these. Not as often as I want to, but I'll get to these as much as I can, when I can. Hopefully, when there's major video game news articles that breaks, that I can actually record this about. So, until next time, bye.